Dreaming about monsters can be a profoundly unsettling experience that often leaves a lasting impression on the dreamer. These nocturnal visions are rich with symbolism and can evoke feelings of fear, curiosity, or even fascination. The monsters in our dreams are not always literal creatures. Instead, they often represent deeper psychological conflicts, anxieties, or unresolved issues that lie beneath the surface of our conscious mind. When we encounter monsters in our dreams, they may symbolize fears we haven't fully acknowledged or difficult challenges we feel unprepared to face. Understanding these dreams requires us to look beyond the frightening exterior and explore what the monsters might represent in our personal lives. One common theme in dreams about monsters is the manifestation of inner fears and insecurities. These creatures can embody the parts of ourselves that we find most disturbing or shameful, such as feelings of inadequacy, guilt, or anger. For example, a monster that appears aggressive or grotesque might symbolize suppressed rage or feelings of vulnerability. The dreamer's interaction with these monsters can reveal how they perceive their own flaws or fears. Sometimes, the act of confronting or fleeing from the monster in a dream can mirror real-life struggles to face difficult truths or to overcome personal doubts. Such dreams serve as a mirror, reflecting internal conflicts that might be difficult to confront consciously. In many cases, dreaming about monsters is linked to external stressors and anxieties. These could be related to work pressures, relationship issues, health concerns, or financial worries. The monsters in such dreams become symbolic representations of these stressors, magnified and distorted in the dream realm to reflect their overwhelming nature. For instance, a monstrous figure might appear as an unstoppable force that threatens to consume the dreamer, mirroring the feeling of being overwhelmed by responsibilities or fears. These dreams often surface during times of significant life change or crisis, acting as a subconscious plea for help or a warning to address underlying issues before they become unmanageable. The emotional tone of dreams about monsters can vary widely, from sheer terror to a strange sense of curiosity or even admiration. When the experience is terrifying, it often corresponds to feelings of helplessness or loss of control in waking life. The monsters may chase the dreamer, attack, or loom ominously, evoking primal fears rooted in our evolutionary past, fear of predators, chaos, or the unknown. Conversely, in some dreams, monsters are not entirely evil or frightening. They may be viewed with a sense of wonder or intrigue. This ambivalence can indicate a complex relationship with our fears or the acknowledgement that confronting our monsters might lead to growth and self-discovery. Dreams about monsters can also serve as a form of psychological processing, helping us to integrate difficult experiences or emotions. In this context, encountering a monster might be a symbolic confrontation with something traumatic or unsettling that we have avoided in waking life. The act of facing the monster in the dream can represent a willingness to confront fears and work through emotional baggage. Sometimes, the monster is defeated or transformed into a less threatening figure, illustrating the dreamer's capacity for resilience and change. Such dreams can be empowering, signaling that the individual is gradually gaining control over their fears and inner turmoil. In some cases, monsters in dreams are personifications of societal fears or cultural anxieties. For example, a monstrous figure might symbolize the fear of the unknown, the fear of others, or societal threats like violence, war, or authoritarianism. These dreams often reflect the collective unconscious, tapping into shared fears that resonate on a cultural level. They can be particularly vivid during times of social upheaval or political instability, serving as a subconscious commentary on the state of the world. Analyzing such dreams can offer insights into how individuals perceive their environment and the sources of their anxiety within a broader societal context. The symbolism of monsters also varies across different cultures and mythologies. In some traditions, monsters are seen as guardians or protectors, disguised as fearsome beings, while in others they are destructive entities embodying chaos. For instance, in folklore, dragons or demons often symbolize evil or temptation, but they can also represent wisdom or challenge that leads to growth when confronted. Dreaming of monsters inspired by these cultural archetypes can reveal personal attitudes towards danger, morality, and the unknown. These dreams may challenge the dreamer to reconsider their perceptions of good and evil, strength and vulnerability. Another interesting aspect of dreaming about monsters is the potential for transformation and redemption. Sometimes, the monster is not purely malevolent but can be a misunderstood or tragic figure. In such dreams, the monster may be coaxed into revealing its backstory or hidden pain, prompting feelings of empathy and compassion. This can symbolize a desire for self-acceptance or understanding of parts of ourselves that we usually suppress or deny. The process of transforming a frightening monster into a sympathetic figure in the dream can mirror personal growth and the journey toward integrating all aspects of one's personality. The context and interactions within the dream also influence its interpretation. For example, dreaming about a monster that is familiar, such as a creature from childhood nightmares or a figure from folklore, might evoke feelings of nostalgia or unresolved childhood fears. On the other hand, encountering an unknown or alien monster can symbolize unfamiliar aspects of oneself or anxiety about the future. The actions of the monster, whether it attacks, helps, or simply observes, further shape the meaning. Engaging with the monster in a dream, either through dialogue or confrontation, can be a powerful way to explore internal conflicts and gain insights into one's emotional state. Recurring dreams about monsters can indicate persistent issues or unresolved psychological conflicts that require attention. If a person repeatedly encounters a specific type of monster, it may point to a particular fear or problem that has not been adequately addressed in waking life. These recurring dreams can serve as signals from the subconscious, urging the individual to examine certain aspects of their life more closely. Recognizing patterns in these dreams can be a valuable step towards self-awareness and personal development, helping to identify what needs to be confronted or healed. Recognizing patterns in dreams about monsters can be a deeply insightful process that reveals underlying fears, anxieties, and subconscious conflicts. When analyzing such dreams, it's essential to pay attention to recurring themes, types of monsters, and the contexts in which they appear, as these elements often symbolize specific emotional states or life situations. For instance, encountering a monstrous figure repeatedly might represent unresolved fears or feelings of vulnerability, while the nature of the monster, whether it is a beast, a shadowy figure, or a distorted human form, can provide clues about the source of anxiety. Noticing patterns such as the monster's behavior, their interactions with the dreamer, and the environment in which they appear can help decode their symbolic meaning. For example, monsters that chase or threaten the dreamer may reflect feelings of being overwhelmed or pursued by problems, whereas monsters that appear helpless or defeated might suggest internal conflicts or fears of inadequacy. Recognizing these recurring motifs over time can guide individuals toward understanding underlying psychological issues and facilitate personal growth as they become more aware of the emotional triggers that manifest through such symbolic figures in their dreams. Ultimately, pattern recognition in monster dreams encourages a deeper exploration of the subconscious, enabling one to confront fears and integrate hidden aspects of the self in a meaningful way. Finally, the process of interpreting dreams about monsters encourages introspection and self-reflection. Rather than viewing these dreams solely as frightening episodes, they can be seen as opportunities for growth and understanding. By exploring the symbolism and emotional responses associated with these monsters, individuals can uncover hidden fears, desires, or traumas. Engaging with these dream images, perhaps through journaling, therapy, or creative expression, can foster healing and empowerment. Ultimately, dreaming about monsters is a complex, multifaceted phenomenon that speaks to the depths of our subconscious mind and the ongoing journey toward self-discovery.